Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our Let's Play against the Soviet Artificial Intelligence. And its intelligence has been pretty good. Pretty good. I say pretty good. It's actually, for a game like this, it's been fantastic, I think. That doesn't make it perfect. Far from it. When they get it perfect, that's probably when Skynet takes over. But I think it's given us a really, really good challenge, and so that's all you can really ask for. Welcome. It is Friday, if you can believe it. I can't. It was a long week. Let's put it that way. It was a long week at work, but this is the fun stuff, and I couldn't wait to get back into this game. I wanted to yesterday, didn't quite work out that way, so I apologize for that. But we're back, and I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be back Sunday, so plenty more coming. Actually, a little bit of personal news. I will be a first time father in May, and so my wife and I were celebrating that a little bit. Finding out a little bundle of joys on the way. That'll be my biggest battle yet, right? I'm sure some of you fathers out there can tell me about that. Um, Anyway, welcome, and we're going to go around the map one more time here, and then we're going to turn the turn. Now, this should be a really interesting turn because there's a lot going on this map, and a lot, a lot to digest. Certainly. Hello, Malcolm. Hello, James. Ifler's here. Anthony. Hello, my friend. David Bartello. Battling Geezer is here. So welcome, one and all. Okay, I'm going to jump down onto the map. I'm not going to flap my jaws too much. It's Friday. Get your drink in hand, saddle up to the bar, whatever it is that you like to do on a Friday, and let's get to it. Now, the reason I want to go around the map again is because, unfortunately, because of the news I just was talking about, I didn't get a chance to go back and check everybody's command. I didn't fly free. All those things I said I was going to do didn't happen. I also think I want to look at this situation one more time. I'm not sure that I have that set up the best way possible, but let's go look up here and see. A lot of these need to be on refit, but we can't put them all on refit, unfortunately. That it doesn't work. Damn it. I wish it did. But unfortunately, I think that we looked at those. So I'm going to kind of move on from that. We couldn't get that off the train. I remember that. We've got these guys still surrounded. Now, he's got no hexes. He does have hexes to retreat to. This guy, Kayla was bringing up in the comments that they go to half strength if they have nothing or no place to retreat. So I'm actually going to move this over here. So he really has no place to retreat because I'd like to get rid of that and let the Romanians double stack, on these hexes here to hold this southern part of this bit. We'll see how that plays, but that's what I'd like to do anyway. These units here, I don't know. These Romanians are so weak, it just takes forever to take this out. I mean, we've had these guys isolated for what, 3 or 4 turns? So we're just going to leave it. Now, this is on this side of we're on the west side of the river. Let's zoom in here because I really want to focus on this area. This is where I want to come back to. Let's see where we actually have units. We've got some infantry that's moved up this way. So we put some infantry in here. We've put some infantry in there. And I think what I want to do then, because we have infantry and motorized here, is I want to move the panzers off the line. As a matter of fact, I've got this on refit, so I think that's good. I mean, we may actually be able to refit that. Now, it's a long ways out here, but I think I want to move both of these panzer divisions back, just like that. We could even move this one back another one, or I really would like these to rebuild this time. Um, let's leave him right there. That way, I mean, they're going to probably try to come into this hex, but we should have enough, hopefully, to hold them there. Now, I would like to maybe move this Panzer division off as well. Hungarian armor, I'm going to leave there. We've got motorized here and 2 headquarters. I think I will pull this Panzer off and put him there. Now, I'm not going to pull anything out of Salino. If we look at the defense, oh gosh, that's a 4 and that's a 5. I could also take Viking and move it over here. Can't put it there because I've got 2 headquarters. I would have to move one of the headquarters out. Now I could move that, put it on the Panzer, and I could move Viking here, or I could put him down here and move this Panzer off. But I think I should put it there. Now we still have infantry then. I don't like any of this, really. This makes me nervous as hell. This infantry, but at least we've got these guys behind him. And over on this side, even if he gets knocked back, we have these panzers behind here. I want the panzers off the line, but I'm not sure if it's actually the smartest move. I just don't want to needlessly waste some panzers playing defense like that. I think I'm going to leave it as is now. Let's look at the headquarters and see who is commanding who. Okay, we've got this all the way down here. I put this back here. What's in town? Oh, we have this panzer division in town. Let's make sure the panzers themselves have good command. All right, that's Naring. They should. Those guys all do. I know. We checked them. This headquarters out here, Van Vettenghoff, easy for me to say. He goes back there. They go back there. Okay, okay. I think that's about all I want to do then. Other than I think maybe I will take this Panzer off the line. I just, I want them to block out here, but I really don't want to lose any of them. Now, he's already on the line. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about that. We put this one in D-Town. That's probably the smart way to play that. We have not pulled the heavy tanks out. And that's very good that somebody mentioned that. Let's see, what's our weakest Panzer division back here? There's 14th, 20th. I seem to remember that 1st Panzer was pretty weak. 11th Panzer, 12th Panzer only has 82 tanks. 106th, 106, I should say. 159, 20th Panzer. That looks really weak. All right. Let's assign a support unit and let's give him. Oh, did I not pull them out? I think maybe I just moved them, didn't I? Oh, no, there it is. Heavy Panzer. Okay, let's move that to the map. We'll put them in with something next time. So off they go to the map. Let's also make sure. Zoom, zoom. Gosh darn, sometimes this thing's a little creaky. They all have 0. Okay. Is this weird? Am I seeing something strange? What's going on there? What's the FV 3 to 0? I don't even know what that means. Okay. I think we already looked at those. I'm just going to move on because I have no idea what that meant. Let's make sure we moved our rail. 0 and 1, yep. 0 and 2. Then we have, I thought we had one right up here somewhere. I could be wrong about that. It'd be the first time I've been wrong during all of these live streams. I know that. Uh, no. We've got the one down here. Where's the 4th one? It's not there. These are secondary. Those 2 are back there. Did I have one in the north? Yeah, I knew there was one I probably hadn't moved. Let's do that and that and that. All right. If we click on him again, where else? We probably should bring him down here and help in this center, I think. Let's put him on a train. Can't get anywhere. Okay. Oh, he's still sitting on the hex he just repaired. Actually, let's go here. We'll repair this one as well this next time. Then we'll get him down into the center. Okay, let's drop some freight on people's heads. That's always fun. Can we get out to Kalinin? We can out of Valeki Luki. Yeah, that seems all right. Let's do a single mission first. Make sure we don't miss too much, or lose too much, I should say. Looks pretty good. Um, let's do one into Rezhev. That's again coming out of Aleki Luki. We'll do multiple missions on that. I feel fairly safe flying into Rezhev, where the people chant our name. Liberators. Sure. All right. Yep, yep. We've got those field divisions, Nord. Next time, next time. I'm glad the staff is on top of that. That'll be very welcome. Just to have more divisions in general. Again, they seem about half strength, or what looks like half strength. Can we get out here? Yeah, all right. Now that wants to come out of Kirch. Let's take it out of Krivy Rogue. Let's do a single mission. Just make sure we're not flying into the teeth of hell. Looks like we did okay there. All right. So now, yeah, let's just keep. We'll take it into Stelino again, out of Krivy Rogue, and let's do multiple missions, and we'll get as much freight out there as we can. All right. Wow, getting a lot out there, which is good. I mean, we don't have a functional rail that gets all the way to Stelino, so we got to fly it in. We don't go much further. I don't think we go any further than Z Town. We'll have to take one of those rails and try to build out here somewhere as we clear this off. Um, okay, so there's that. Um, I mean, all of this looks pretty weak. I've got it on defensiveness here. I should probably move this headquarters a little bit. Just kind of get him out of the way a little bit there. That's okay. Krivy Rogue, we've got the Arab Special in there in two divisions. Let's hope that holds. Can he move back? He cannot. He's going to get isolated again, but I'm not too sure there's anything I could do about that. Not at this point. I mean, this infantry unit could move up, but I don't want to move it out of Krivy Rogue. We need it there. Can he move back? No. Side. There we go. Now they're all in command. Then I have double stackings back here. This guy can move around. Now they're both really weak. Um, actually, let's keep him together. Or keep those two together, I should say. This one's actually a really strong unit. 15,000. That's one of our stronger divisions out here. What kind of movement? I've only got 2 movement points. He could go here. I don't think they're going to cross the river. Why don't we do this? Let's move him down one, and let's move these guys over one, two. How about that? Let's move them. Oh, and he can't move. Gosh darn it. Well, whatever. I mean, at least he's sitting out here. Now we got a stronger unit a little further south. If he wants to come in right here, okay. And I don't think they're going to cross the river. We could try to do something there, but no. All right, all looks good to me. I say we turn it, unless the general staff is yelling at me. Thanks, CJ. The Mini Monocle Fund. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to tape the board games we play. You know, with the little one, I'll get out the old battle map. We'll play like the old Avalon Hill games. Get him into the hobby early. Um, oh, that's interesting. So that's a good point. Okay, so Erzbeck says avoid using single strip airfields to reduce operational losses. Good idea. That's a good point. Very good. Um, Nord says Lucas's suggestion of recycling the Luftwaffe field units for manpower and equipment. What he's talking about is just, essentially disband them and send them back to the pool. Not a terrible idea. Um, yep. We could do a double row of those field. You're talking about the field divisions that are becoming next time. Do that up at the Narva line. Send things on the Narva line at least back to Sonda or back to the reserves altogether. Have them refit and then come back out. That's a good idea. Um, I like it. Wow, there's lots of good info. Okay, let's turn the turn. Not much more I could do now. I think I've used almost all of our movement points, so let's let it fly and see what happens. Yes, a mini monocle. I can't believe I'm gonna finally be a dad. I've always looked forward to it. It just for you younger guys out there, find the right lady. It makes it a lot more exciting when you hear that news. Not that I know the other way, but I can only imagine. Oh, and thank you, CJ. Yes, that $5 mini monocle fund. Fortified zones. Sorry. Yep, FZ. That makes sense. Gosh, I haven't thought about fortified zones in a while. It seems like a long time since last winter in game time. I guess it has been. It's probably been 50, 70 episodes, something like that. So, you're talking a good 10 weeks in real time. So I haven't thought about fortified zones in a long time. We got to start getting dug in, obviously. We'll be getting into October here. By December 1st, we want to be well dug in. Well, before December 1st, but certainly at the latest by December 1st. All right, here comes the Soviet air. Doo-doo-doo. Soviet air has been pretty tame in this one, gotta say. Soviet air, where are you? There we go. He was just going through air planning. All right. Through day two, he's run about 146 sorties, so very limited air. Day five, we're just short of 200. We've run 80 sorties against that. We lost 7 planes, all 7 operational. So Erzbek's pointer, as far as going and look at single strip airfields, I think that's probably a really good idea as far as cutting. Now, my understanding is the new update that they just came out. Was it yesterday or the day before? So there's a brand new update for the game. If you haven't seen that, and it's actually quite a. I don't want to say overhaul. It's not like they changed the game, but they changed, some pretty basic components of it. I guess the operational losses have been cut down some. I don't know how much. Obviously, I haven't play tested or even played that version of the game. But my understanding is that operational losses have been brought down a little bit. Now, interesting. I don't know if Erzbek, if you read that on the forums, or that's just you playing and saying single strip airfields are causing more operational losses, or if that's just common sense. I mean, it would be kind of common sense, right? But I just don't know if that's how the game works, or if you read that somewhere. All right. We're into the front attacks, and the Romanians are already getting blown the hell out of here. I don't, we kind of expected that these guys would get hit hard at some point. We've got stronger units coming. This was the original Vanguard that we were just trying to run out here. But they get hit hard this time, and 3 units routed out. Now, we'll stick them back here. We've got obviously the Italians coming. We've got other things coming. All right, so now we're outside of Smolensk. I'm going to pause this for a second just to get my bearings. We're just to the northeast of Smolensk here, and we've got Fourth Army. I really don't know what to do with them. I thought, push out. I mean, I'd love to get out here, but we're probably not going to get out this far. Uh, do we go to like Vyazma and come down the rivers like that? Do we actually pull back to the Dnieper and just build our line on the Dnieper? We could do something like that. Uh, Fourth has got a lot of strength now, and with the new cores we'll be able to pull out of the center, we need to start deciding where we're going to set up our line. Can we push further or not? Do we want to? Can we? It kind of all goes hand in hand. Uh, Soviets attack here under Remazov. They lose 251, 19, and 1. We've been holding really strong here. It's tough attacking weather. It's raining again this turn. So it's just been constant rain here in September. Usually you wouldn't be expecting it till what, mid to late September, but we've kind of gotten it all month. At this point, that might be good luck. We're not really looking to be that offensive. Okay, this is down near Kiev. Well, I say near Kiev. There is Kiev, I believe. Yep, you can see Kiev underneath there, attacking just south of Kiev. And I was kind of wondering about this unit. It's not particularly strong. What is this, 72nd Infantry? It's not super strong, and it's singly stacked right next to an urban area, so no surprise it gets attacked. It holds very well though. 11, 53, 24, and 12 on the Soviet losses. We lose 151 men, 5 guns, and 7 planes. I think we'll take that. Let's hope it doesn't get attacked again. It is in a fairly vulnerable spot there, and we may, it's only showing a 4 defensiveness. We may have to scoot something else in there. Okay, we get shoved back. This is on the southern end of the bulge. Krivy Rogue is right up here. Wow, we got routed down here. What was that? He's got a tank corps and a rifle division hit us. 19,000 men, 250 guns, and 100, well, that's it, 178 AFVs. I wonder if this has got any of the newer Soviet tanks in it because 9.2 to 1. Now, our infantry only had 5893. So, I mean, this is like a third strength division. That's how beaten down this had gotten. 16 guns, we lose 5 planes. That hurts because, I mean, we don't have a whole lot out here. We're going to have to come deal with that. Hopefully he doesn't. You can see cavalry right there. He probably should have ran that cavalry through here. Instead, he tries to attack with it. 830, 31, and 17. We win that battle very decisively, even though we're surrounded 3 different directions. That was a really weak division. We actually get knocked back here. That's 218th Division. We take, for us, pretty large losses. I mean, that's 8 or 9% of our force. 7%. 34 guns, 2 planes. The Soviets don't lose much at all. And, we're getting battered here. That's why I'm bringing these panzers over. I think we got to get around this stuff. But he's starting to open things up towards the rail lines here. That's bad mojo. And we're getting knocked back all along here. Yeah, you can see he expanded out almost to the rail line there. That now we get hit again and had to retreat. So the southern part of that bowl, oh, this is that unit totally surrounded. Look at this. So 35th Infantry is totally surrounded by Soviet. That's the one that was just stuck up here by Krivy Rog. I couldn't get him out any further. They surrounded with 46,000 men. We've got 8,000 men, and we're the one dishing losses. You gotta love those German soldiers. Martinek is in command out here, but he holds on. The light unit gets knocked back. Doesn't take too bad of losses there, but this is turning into a real problem. I'm glad the Panzers are coming this way. Okay, we get knocked back there. That was 35th Infantry. It gets routed. Man, it's been a while since we've had units getting routed. This is just to the north of Krivy Rogue. He had 23,000 troops. He loses 117 of them. We lose 323. Okay, I mean, this is just turning into Swiss cheese out here. And that light division gets hurt again. Now we retreated. We actually dealt the losses there, but we did retreat. God, I was like, please don't let him expand out that far. This is like disco lights. It's the 1970s. Okay, we get knocked back. This is by Stelino, and that was that infantry and motorized that I had moved the panzers back. Now this is just east of D Town. You know, kind of out here towards Stelino, just east of D Town. We've been moving forward out here, but now he's counterattacking. Um, we won that battle and held. He got on the rail line into D Town, so that's a real problem. Okay, this is just to the west of Stelino. He's brought a lot of strength here trying to take back Stelino. Luckily, that holds. That's just 14th motor. Well, I spoke too soon, didn't I? The Soviets brought 59,000 men there. We had 14th motorized that had 13,000. They tried to hold, but they didn't. They had to retreat 6.9 to 1 under Choi. Is that Chukov? 14th motorized under von Wettenghoff gets knocked back. It's getting real sticky over here. I don't want to use the panzers for this kind of action, but we may have no choice. We've got to hold Stelino, so we'll see. And that's it. Okay, well that wasn't terrible. I'm not happy with that bulge. Yeah, this is just so we're going. It's like a slugging match. Look at this. Yeah, it's just back and forth. It's like trench warfare indeed. Um, Anthony, I did move. I did move that core headquarters on the train. It's on the train. Yep. Uh, well, that turn, I say this often, could have been worse. But he did get on the rail line to D Town, which bothers me because we're going to have to get that repaired right away for one thing. But we sent that rail unit down into the Crimea. We're going to have to take one of the other rail units and get it back up here. Now, we brought a bunch of panzers over there just south of D Town, just west of Z Town last time. So we're going to have to slug those things back because our infantry is really weak. We may have to take one of the corps out of the center and try to get it down there. I was hoping to be up on the Dnieper for the winter. I don't know if we can make it back up there. I mean, I'm going to try to do this encirclement, and hopefully he's gotten overextended, but we'll see. All right, he's running his freight. Let's just fly by that. It's always kind of interesting to see where he wants to run. Now, the AI did not attack into this Rezhev Kalinin corridor at all. Not that I saw. I don't know. I don't think that flashed by and I just missed it. I don't think there was any attack into here, which is kind of curious. I mean, you would think he would have reserves in Moscow that would immediately. Now, maybe it's going to, they're taking another turn to get out here. It is in the mud. There are roadways out this way, so like this. There's also rail that he could take. But I'm surprised he doesn't have more strength coming this way. And I probably jinxed myself. It's probably coming next turn. All right. It's October 4th, 1942. Dateline. Turn 68 of this game. Lucky number 69 next time. We will go look at the stats. Let's take a big look around the map. Then we'll see how much time we have left. I don't know. Maybe I'll go through the air. Who knows? All right, here we go. Okay, it truly is October 4th, 1942. Now let's go look at the news. Uh, Now am I crazy? I don't remember reading this one last time, and it is lit up like I didn't read it, but I don't think it was there. I mean, I don't. You got to click through these to get breaking news off of here. So I think that's because we're still playing the original version of the game, but I just don't remember it. Shortage of Soviet forces in the Transcaucasus has negative political implications, and we actually, well, the Soviets lose a VP and an AP, so by effect, we kind of gain an AP, or VP, VP, whatever, VP. All right, so we're up to 548. Now that could actually be helpful. If we look down here at our little counter now, it tells you exactly the score to lose initiative. Now, why is this all important, like us gaining that point? Well, we're up to 548, right? If we get to 549 and we lose a town where he does not get a bonus, so if we lose, well, Kalinin might not be a good example because he potentially gets a bonus off of that. I guess we can go see. Um, no, I'm not showing. Well, we still have the initiative, so it would show our bonus, right? So, no, Stelino. I don't think he would get a bonus for taking either one of those. Now that they've. What I'm wondering is, okay, red shows that he controls it, right? This kind of purple, this is kind of a red, deep red. Purple shows we control, deep red shows the Soviets control. Then you see the bonus in purple, kind of a purplish color here. That's the bonus we would get for taking it. I just don't know. Shouldn't this be showing in red if he gets. Yes, it does. Okay. So if you see Königsberg, he would get a +6 bonus for taking that. That's why that's in red. We control it. That's why it's in a bluish, purplish color. Same with Poznan and Warsaw. You get the idea. Krakow, he gets bonuses for that. Okay, so if we can actually get one more point through operation of the game, we could lose Stelino and still have the initiative. It's also interesting to me that I guess they round. Whoops, it's over here on the turn summary. I guess they round down because we would lose the initiative at 539. We've got 548. 548. We need 750 by turn 81 for a sudden victory. We've got this. We've got this. Probably not. Probably not. But hell, let's go for it. Who knows? Okay. Well, that's interesting to know, right? And also, if I can take Krasnodar and Mykop and get one more point, we could lose Stelino, Kalinin, and D-Town and still have the initiative. So, it becomes important to try to get. Now, if we controlled the theater boxes, I may put a lot into a theater box or two and try to get a bonus point for having them overloaded just so we can afford to lose one of these things. I don't know. I kind of wish I would. I say kind of. I definitely wish I would have taken control of the theater boxes, but that's just crying over spilled milk at this point. Okay, reinforcements. Ground. 32 reinforcements, 5 in the air. Let's go check it out. Some of these are the Stugs, he says, that we moved to the map, or at least one of them is. The 667th Stug has moved to the map. The Heavy Panzer Battalion that I did right there at the end of the turn has moved to the map. Okay. An Italian infantry division, the Coseria, all right. They're on the map now, so remind me of that. Another Stug, a siege mortar battery. We did both of those. Another Stug down here, and another Stug. Okay, okay. Then in the Axis reserves, we get all of those Luftwaffe field divisions. Now, what did we get in the air? Into Axis reserves, we got some Romanian dive bombers. That's fun. I'll check all that stuff offline. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure all that out right now. Let's go through the numbers. All right. Last turn we lost 37,000 men, 735 guns, 135 AFEs, and 237 aircraft. Okay. We on the map lost 73,000 men on the map. Yuck. All right. We lost, maybe even more importantly, 1,756 artillery. Where the hell did all of our artillery go? Some of that's probably because a lot of this got blasted away down here. 77 AFVs. So we actually replaced about 80 of the AFVs we lost, and we replaced about 160 of the airplanes we lost. But on the map, on net, on balance, we end up losing all across here. Theater boxes, the Axis theater boxes, 214,000 men added, 2,600 guns. So we must have had something withdraw through the game. Soviet total, they add 114,000 men on the map. My goodness, Soviets, quit having babies. 114,000 men added, and they had to have lost over 100,000. They subtract 561 guns. They gain 45 AFVs and they lose 100 or so aircraft. All right. Our logistics, our tons differentials 42.26, not terrible, but now he's on this rail line. Whoops. He's on this rail line. You can see it right there. And that is a big problem for us because that was how all this supply was getting out here to D Town and Z Town. Yikes. Okay, well, we're going to have some real freight issues over here until we can patch this up. Units, how many trucks? 294. We were requesting 316. 42,000 are in the depots though, 11,000 in the pool. You can see the repair, we're back up. This got down, well, it got as high as 160,000, I think, 155, something like that. Went down to 110,000 during the summer, but now we've got 119,000 trucks under repair. Okay, let's go look at the weather, which it appears that it's muddy. I know it's hard to see on your screen sometimes, but this is all light mud, all of it. In the north, we actually have heavy mud. It's not heavy mud yet. This is heavy mud. This is more dense light mud. So over here, half the hexes are clear or showing clear and half are showing light mud. In the north, they're all light mud essentially. Okay. Let's look in the air. Why not? It's raining at the start of the turn. It's raining at the end of the turn. So we are truly in rain season. Napoleon and Hitler know what we're talking about. It is raining like crazy in the Soviet Union, all over Europe. Extremely heavy up by the Baltics and beyond, but that's not on the map yet. And it's just light rain. It's light rain, but it's been doing it for about 5 turns now. Okay. Let's go to overall losses first. We're now at 2.525, so 2.5 million men that we've lost. We've lost 38,000 guns and 6,700 AFVs. That includes a million, 1.04 million men killed, not only 91,000 captured, about 1.4 million disabled. The Soviets now are pushing 9 million, so 2.5 to 8.8. He's lost 136,000 guns, so we've got about 100,000 gun advantage there. We've lost 6,700 AFVs. He's lost 35,000. But it doesn't matter. He's still got more. We've killed 2.65 Soviets. We've captured over 4 million now, and we've disabled 2.17 million men. Crazy numbers. Let's go to the charts. Look at that. Buy that stock, guys. Buy that stock. No, let's go to losses first. Manpower losses. That was the lowest turn for the Soviets in quite some time. I said obviously he's lost over 100,000. Well, not that obviously. It's right at 100,000. Gun losses, 1772. AFV losses, man, we have just absolutely wrecked his AFV force, except he's reinforcing with better AFVs. So I'm not sure we're gaining much there. He lost more aircraft than us. So let's go to the map men. The little men in the map, he's now climbing again. Now that's a stock you buy. We got a little bull flag going here, and up we go. 4.55 million. Okay, and we've really kind of turned down here. 3.71. So he's got about an 800,000 man advantage on us. Now let's go look at the manpower pool though. Okay, well we see part of why he's dipping into his reserves. At least 200,000 he's taken out of reserves. So he's got an 800,000 man advantage on the map. We've got about a 50,000 man advantage in the reserves. Let's call it 750,000 men. The Soviets have an advantage on us now. Ugh. That's the Eastern Front, though. That's how it works. Uh, Now that bomber regiment did not get taken over, thank goodness. We got to take this stuff here. I don't really want to run any recon. I really don't want to do too much. The only thing I'm going to do is per Erzbek's orders, I am going to go look and see where we may be on single strip airfields and try to move them if we can. Why not? I think that's a good idea. That's why I pay the guys the big bucks. Now we're on a single strip there for these um, dive bomb, the Stukas. There's a double. I want these guys to be close. I think I may leave that there. This is a single with bombers. Well, that's not needed. Certainly. Where can I find a good double? Can he move up there? Can he move back there? Let's do control. Now I'll just draw it around these right there. Okay, he wants to go back to lapel. Let's go. I'll just do that. I'm going to do this kind of quickly. If I think Ola might be a single, which is an idea. Okay, well, I'm not sure how much I gained there, but he moved back. KG 53, he's on a double at Orsha. Zubova, Vitebsk is a double. Okay, that's fine. Stukas, he's on a double. KG, he's at Orsha. Mogilev is a double. Okay, just making sure. We've got some of our recon back here. They're both on doubles. So I guess for the most part, we kind of did this. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect by any means. Now, JG52, let's move him over here, like into this area. I could move him back here, but let's move him over here, I think. Uh, just ask myself this question. Okay, I'm not going to do that until this airfield is free. I could build one. I could, yeah, I'm going to wait. Um, Moving down this way, Stukas, he's on a 2. 2. This is on a 1. Okay, these are bombers, so we could move these guys back. I could put them back on these two. Let's do that. I'm curious to know if this would make a big difference. I guess it's something I hadn't really thought that deeply about. Maybe. Venitsa. Okay, that looks fine. Odessa's a 2. That's recon. I'm not going to worry about that. Where are you? Kurson and Nikolaev. That's probably fine. Hungarian bomber regiment's about to get overrun, but I think we'll be able to contain that this time. I certainly hope so. JG54 is on a 2. Okay, I like all that. Let's look at our directives. Let's get rid of recon. Ground support. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to think where we would possibly want to look at all of the strength he's bringing this way. He's obviously, I mean, can you imagine this encirclement? If I was a Soviet human player, I'd be trying to pull that off. What a freaking I mean, that's game over right there. Luckily, we're bringing 2 full Panzer Corps this way. I think we'll be okay. I don't know. That's a lot of strength. He's got a lot of strength there, but a lot more than I thought he did. Now we do have cores up in here that we can move down. Now I would have to move Romanians up here. Question whether that's a good idea, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, I think I may have lost some people on Twitch. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep going here. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Sorry if there was a problem on Twitch. We've had really, really good luck lately. I'm gonna run through the air here. Let's execute the air directives. I took the recon off. All right. Nothing is running. 000. Whoever made that suggestion back on like episode 20 that I move my big fat head over here to the left, thank you again. Uh, I don't know if, well, I know many of you that have been around for a while remember me trying to do the limbo to get my head out of the way. It was always a little uncomfortable for all of us, I think. Um, Indeed. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's just take a quick trip around the map. We've got our routed units, our Romanians. Now, a couple of those well, I say repaired. They're no longer in routed status. They got knocked back here, but the Italians are here now. So that's encouraging. We've also got this big German mountain division coming. We've got the headquarters back here somewhere, I think. Yeah, he came into Odessa. So I did move him around next time, so that's good. I've got these Italians moving out here. We've got to just take care of this pocket this time. The Panzers, I would like to go through like this way here. He's got a lot of units out here, but they're not necessarily all that strong. Um, so I'd like to bust there, but now these guys are isolated. This has just really turned into a problem, a much bigger problem than I would have suspected. Anthony Watson nods his head and says, I told you so, and you did." Okay, kind of zoom out a little bit. He's trying a breakthrough here south of Kiev or into Kiev. He's trying to, get around Kiev. He can't take it, or at least he hasn't been able to, with a frontal assault. So he's trying to come around the edge. This could actually work to our advantage. I think we can get around all of this. Now, as part of that, we've got to hold this part of it off. He's actually keeping quite a few troops down through. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled back more in the middle. By the same token, we haven't tried to surround him. I mean, obviously, if it was earlier in the year, this just looks like another big, inviting, beautiful pocket. Um, okay, up here by Smolensk, everything looks fine. Looks like, oh, look at this. The winds of war are starting to gather out here by Kalinin. You can see he's obviously been bringing things in from Moscow. Now, we have a bunch of infantry that's going to try to move up this way. We have got to get these panzers out of here. They'll get absolutely. I mean, this is surrounded 6 ways, right? No, I can't count. 5 ways, 5 directions. That Panzer needs to get the hell out of here, and we need to get a motorized in if we can. Oh boy, ooh, this turn's going to be fascinating. There is a lot of stuff going on. Things were looking really good for us, but I will say the AI has done a great job of fighting back here kind of later in the fall. I really like what the AI has done. This is dangerous because we can't hold that with one Panzer division. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to try to clear this out and get 2 motorized divisions up there probably, and then try to fill in behind with the infantry. Oof. Oof. My goodness. All right, then. I'm going to call this an episode. When we come back next time, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to go to the Narva line and we're going to move south like we always do. I got to stare at this map for a while because we've got some real decisions to be made. Uh, Things were looking real bright, I would say probably 4 turns ago or so. But the AI has struck back, and now, yeah, it's like a heavyweight fight, going back and forth. Uh, James Norton, thank you. CJ, thank you. I do appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. And hey, I had Happy News Day, a father in May. So I can't wait for that. Thank you guys for the kind words. And let's get back after it. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Pacific Standard Time. I'll be right here. Hopefully, you will be too. Strategy Gaming Dojo.